I've had several people ask me already, how do we think it's possible to pay off $104,000 of debt in a year? And realistically, the numbers are not really there for us to be able to do so. However, we have taken some pretty extreme measures, and so in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all exactly what we're doing, what our numbers look like, and so that you know why I feel confident in us to be able to pay this debt off as soon as possible. Hello everyone, if you're new around here, my name is Catherine and my family is trying to pay off $104,000 of debt in a year. And to start off with, let me just say that my debt here consists of credit cards and student loans, okay? If you've seen my other videos, then you know I went to a private college. My husband as well, he went to school, so he had student loans himself. So accumulation of all those student loans, us not really making as much money in the past and things of that nature, where we were living in Southern California, yes, we relied heavily on the credit card, unfortunately, and that was our mistake, but now we're paying for it. Literally, we are paying it back. And so that is why we have a lot of debt. Now, to start off with our story, we were living in Idaho. Okay, Idaho is our home to us. We love Idaho. We were renting there. While renting there, we decided, you know what? We want to buy land. We want to buy land. We want to buy a home. We didn't want to just buy a home in the suburbs, in a regular neighborhood. So we decided to start looking and seeing what it is that we can get. And as we were looking, I came to the realization that, gosh, like, we have so much debt still. I mean, a ton of debt, that I just didn't feel like this was right of us to move forward into buying a home, much less if we would even be approved to buy this home because of how much debt we had. So we decided, you know, we've been trying to pay off this debt, of course. I mean, I think in January 2023, I think we had like $137,000 of debt. So now, you know, February of 2026, we're at $99,000. Not significant difference there. However, just to show that we have been actively trying to pay off this debt. Well, my husband and I, we decided, what can we do to help pay off this debt faster? Because, you know, we're getting older, we want to buy our house, and we decided to be kind of extreme. We prayed about it and prayed about it, and my in-laws, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, who live here in Southern California, offered for us to move in with them. And so while we're living with them, we can try to pay off as much of our debt as we possibly can, which the goal is to pay the entire debt. And we prayed about it. We thought, you know, is this something that we really want to do? Do we want to move back to Southern California? And both my husband and I's job are in Southern California already, so that wasn't really that big of a problem. Work-wise, it didn't change anything there. And so as we thought about it, we just felt like there was this, it just felt like an open door for us. Like, this is what we've been looking for. This is the answer that we've been needing. And so we decided to go ahead and take that risk. And we ended up leaving our rental, going through our home. We had a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home with a huge backyard that the kids absolutely loved. I mean, I'll have to like see if I can add some pictures here for you to see. But we loved it, and we were really sad to have to leave, but also hopeful and excited because this was really the first step we were taking in order to make sure that we were going to be able to buy our own home and land. And so that's where we are right now. So as you can see, my little bedroom here, not really going to show the whole thing off, but we have crammed from a 4-bedroom home down to 2 bedrooms. I mean, my husband and I, we have our own room. This is where my office is technically as well. My kids, they have their room as well too, that they're sharing a room. And my husband does have another room that's his office, but it's not really like realistically our room. He just has his desk there for his work as well. So that's where we're at right now. It's very uncomfortable being here not because we are living with my in-laws. I absolutely adore my in-laws. I love them, which was why I had no problem moving in with them in the first place. But uncomfortable in the sense of like, we're crammed. I mean, we are crammed into just these little tiny bedrooms. Like if you could see our closet, if you could see like the space, we don't have space in this room, you guys. It's just so crammed. And we've had to get rid of a lot of stuff before we moved. I mean, we basically got a dumpster and we donated, or we threw everything that we could away because we knew we were just not going to have space. So yeah, so that's our living situation right now. And honestly, I don't mind it being uncomfortable, because it is a reminder to myself every day that I need to work hard and get towards becoming debt free. So that, in combination with putting it all on social media and letting you guys know exactly what we're going through, how much debt we have and how much we're having to pay off, that really does help me to stay focused and to make sure that I am not overspending. I mean, I don't have a lot of room anyways to buy things, but as you guys can see, it is very easy to just blow your money out. I mean, especially with experiences and stuff like that, when it comes to the gas, when it comes to the food, when it comes to the tickets to go places. It all really does add up, and it's so easy to just start blowing money. And I'm going to admit, we're a little guilty of that. When we first moved in here, we were just like, wow, like look how much money now we have extra. And we kind of went astray a little bit there. I'm going to admit that to you guys. We went a little astray in that we were not so diligent about our spending. We just kind of were like, oh, like, let's take these little bit of a trips here with the kids because now we have the extra money. And we quickly like snapped that up and we're just like, oh my gosh, what were we thinking? Like, why are we doing this? Why are we wasting our time? So now we are super focused and we're trying to make sure that we are paying off all of our debt. Now the goal is, again, once we have all of our debt paid off, we do plan on staying here just a little while longer to be able to save money for a down payment. We more than likely are going to move back up to Idaho and rent while we're looking for our house and land, but we don't plan on staying here that much more longer. We really do want to just go back up to Idaho. Like I said, we miss it, we loved it there, and that is our home to us. Now, my husband and I, though, are not opposed to potentially moving somewhere else. This is the beauty of it, is that we really could try another state. There's nothing wrong with it. Honestly, the reason why we chose Idaho was because they don't have tornadoes, they don't have hurricanes, and they don't have winters that last for like 9 months. So that was the real reason why we chose it. It was a bit of a happy medium there for us, and you know, whatever. If we find somewhere else that might have like cheaper land, I'd be willing to go see it. But again, weather-wise, I'd be very, very particular about it just because I don't want to deal with really big natural disaster storms and things like that nature. So that's what kind of guides us. But if you have any recommendations on other places that we should check out, please let me know. I have no problem with checking that out as well. Now, my husband and I, we bring home gross, combined, a total of about $167,000 a year, which to me just blows my mind because I'm just like, what? Like, we bring home that much? Where does all that money go? Well, unfortunately, it's going to debt right now. So our goal as of right now is that we are trying to make sure that we are living below, way below our means. Hence the reason why we moved in with my in-laws. We are now living under my husband's income. So we're trying to make sure that the four of us are all living in one income, and he grosses, I think, $59,000 or something like that, like $59,000. Of course, I'm grossing, I think I'm about $102,000. But again, that's gross, okay? So what I actually bring home, you know, versus what I make, I hate looking at that. And I'm sure you do too, because it just makes you sad. It's tax season right now. I gathered all my tax documents to send out, and it just makes me sad to see how much taxes go out. But anyways, so that's what we're trying to make sure that we do. We are trying to make sure that we, budget-wise, we are living under my husband's income. And so that way, anything that I make, that is being thrown all at debt. And like I said before, we are trying to figure out ways on how we can increase our income in order to ensure that we are paying off this debt within this year. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Like I said, I really want to be able to share with you guys more about my journey and how we are trying to ensure that we pay off $104,000 of debt within a year.